to making friends and keeping them. This is our second session. I just want to go ahead and reiterate, last week we were able to do introductions and we went over the rules that we created together. I just want to go ahead and go over those. And we did start with pay attention to the group leader, wait your turn to talk, let others share without interrupting, listen carefully to others, be positive to others, no put downs, ask any questions you have politely, make sure that you guys are taking part in the activities and sharing, support others in the group, tactfully share your feelings, thoughts, and opinions, and of course allow feelings, thoughts, and opinions in others. Of course, above all, you guys, we have to remind you that you need to maintain confidentiality. You know that we end up sharing a lot of stories, personal stories, problems, issues that we have. We want to make sure that that doesn't go outside of this group. So to begin with, we have been talking about how to make friends and keeping them. This week I actually have a project, an activity, and it's called Coach Poggy's Golden Rule. George, will you please hand this out? You can pass them around, take one and pass it around. Okay, so for the first paragraph, Georgie, why don't you go ahead and read that?
Coach Biff Poggy of Gilman High School in Baltimore, Maryland, has a rule for his winning football team that he probably never gives. Team members are not allowed to let any boys eat alone, including boys who aren't on the team. Empathy and kindness for all is what Coach Poggy demands, even more than winning. But when they do nationally, Poggy's team has ranked near the top several times.
Okay, Serena, you want to go ahead and read the next paragraph?
Here's what Coach Poggy tells his team. I expect greatness out of you, and the way we measure greatness is the impact you make on other people's lives.
Jeff?
Poggy's causations his team never to put people in boxes based on race, religion, and other neighborhoods they live in, the car they drive, athletic ability, level of education, or anything else. He says, if you let that happen now, then you'll let it happen later. Poggy pushes his boys to break down stereotypes and to remember that every single person is special and has something to offer. He urges them all to do this.
And Jordan, what do you urge them to do?
If you happen to see another boy off by himself, go sit with him or bring him over to sit with you and your friends. I don't care if you know him or not. I don't care if he's the best athlete in the school or he's so-called nerd with his head always down in the books. You go get him and you make him feel wanted. You make him feel special.
And Georgie again. Or actually, I'll take this one. Coach Poggy tells his players to live by one simple central question for the rest of their lives. What can I do for you? He says, not what can I do for me. The only question that really matters is this: how can I help you today? And Georgie, will you go ahead and finish that last one?
He explains, if you lose every game of the year, go 0-10 on the football field. As long as we try hard, I don't care. You learn these lessons, and we're 10 for 0 in the game of life.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. What did Coach Poggy say that inspired you the most? George, why don't we start with you?
When he said to go sit with him or bring him to you so you guys could be friends.
Oh, okay. So you guys could go be friends. Why did that stick out to you?
Because you touch people that way, changes you and them.
Okay. And do you guys agree with what George said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what about you, Georgie? What did Coach Poggy say that inspired you the most?
Team members are not allowed to let any boys eat alone, including boys who are on the team.
And why did that inspire you the most?
Sounds a lot like living with love.
Very nice. Well said. Well said. Do you guys agree with that? Yes? Okay, and then the next question. Serena, how about you read that and answer it?
How can you be more like Coach Poggy in your daily life? It's not too hard. I mean, the sentence says he tells them not to put people in boxes based on race, religion, and neighborhood they live in. If you see and talk to your fellow students like you would anybody, like they were all your best friend, it wouldn't be too difficult.
So you can be like Coach Poggy in your daily life by sharing it with anybody and everybody, being friends with them.
Treating them the way I would anybody. My best friend. If I treated everybody like I did my best friend.
That's good. Treating everybody like you did your best friend. You treat them with kindness and respect. You value their relationship, right? And then Jeff, how about you? Why don't you read the next question and answer?
How would our class and school be different if everyone lived by Coach Poggy's golden rule? Well, having empathy towards others would help.
How would it help?
Well, it gives people more acceptance towards one another without actually having limitations based on how he said. And it would help them out by learning other people's ideas, happiness, getting to understand, and then in the process learning a little bit about themselves to become a better person.
Very nice. So what I'm hearing you say is that you actually think that this is acceptance on your part, and then that you would kind of hope that that would be reciprocated for you, right?
I can understand.
Yes, I can understand you. I'd expect that, right? Exactly. And now the next question is, how would your life be different if you lived this way? George?
I would feel happy that I can change people's lives to better themselves, and it would make me feel better as well.
Good. And why would helping somebody else make you feel better?
Because I'm making a difference.
That's good. You are making a difference. Do you guys agree with that?
Mhm.
What about you guys? How would your life be different if you lived this way? Do you guys live this way now? Jordan? You don't live this way now and you realize that?
Yeah,
How do you live your life right now?
I don't care.
You don't care? Kind of just go on passing people by?
Mhm.
Would you appreciate it if somebody came and sat by you if you were eating lunch by yourself and you got a new friend for no reason whatsoever? Yeah, you would. How about a good activity you guys to try is to actually go do that same thing. Maybe you guys can make a new friend today. You guys up for the challenge?
I'll
Yeah?
accept it.
Okay, very nice.
It's good.
So then we'll have the next question, and it's, how would our world be different if everyone lived by these rules? Serena?
Well, it would be drastically different. There would be no social stratospheres. There would be really no country boundaries, no
Well said.
family
You
boundaries, anything.
made that bigger, right? You just took that on too. It became working with empathy in the small school situation would actually, and if everybody acted like that, it would make a big difference in the entire world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what else?
On a smaller scale, I guess, it would break boundaries between you and the people closest to you, your friends and your family. You would have better relationships.
Breaking boundaries and creating better relationships. That's very well said. Do you guys agree?
Mhm.
Jeff, how about you? What do you think? How would our world be different if everyone lived by these rules?
Hierarchy would change dramatically. Having more empathy towards one another would actually reduce, the causation of racism, being hypocrites, being skeptics. We would be able to open up other people's views to one another.
Well said. Opening up views to one another. George, you have anything to say about that? Did you answer this question?
No,
Okay.
no.
How would our world be different if everyone lived by these rules?
I feel just everybody will be happy. Like there's no drama. There wouldn't be, everybody could be able to get along, and no war.
Yeah, do you guys agree with that? No war. If we had empathy for everybody, are we going to care about the small childish things that don't let us get along? right? So having empathy, so really we want to keep in mind having empathy and kindness for all. That's how you guys, it's exactly how Serena mentioned earlier, you know, it's how you would treat your best friend. How you treat your best friend is how your best friend is most likely to treat you, right? So there's respect there, and you guys value the relationship you have, so you take care of it. What is it going to hurt us to do that with everybody we meet, right? Okay, so that's the end of that for this activity. What I do want to remind you guys is that I do want you to try that real life challenge. You guys, every day you guys have to go out into that lunch quad. You guys have to go, if you guys all stick together with your same friends, why don't you guys try something new? If you guys see something by yourselves, why don't you go say hi? Say hi, you know, that's how you guys can build more friends. And then why don't you guys bring it back next week and we can actually talk about it. What do you guys think? Sounds good? Okay, good. So actually, I just want to make sure that we go over what we learned today. We did talk about empathy and kindness for all. That's definitely, Coach Poggy's golden rule is something that we can take with us every day in our lives, and now we're even going to try to bring it into our lives to real life, right? So we'll see if you guys make any friends, and we'll continue the discussion next week. Don't forget that anything that's said in here stays in here, okay? Have a good day, guys.